Hey, welcome to day 2 of Unit 2. We're talking about transformations. So right here you should have on this do now is this transformation a reflection? And that is a no. This is what we're going to talk about today. This is called a rotation. And then down here it says, what is the reflection of a point Q over the x-axis? So please remember, for the x-axis, the x stays the same and the y changes. So it'd be Q goes from 1 to 5. And then about the xy line, well, they're going to flip-flop for the xy line. So I'll call this Q prime and I'll call this Q double prime. It's going to go to -5, 1. So those are your rules for reflections. All right, let's move on. So it says identify each move as clockwise or counterclockwise. Well, these cats, you can kind of see and think of, we call it clockwise and counterclockwise because you think of a clock. So you can see that this cat here, this would be the counterclockwise, and we call it CCW, and this would be clockwise, CW. All right, and so we're going to do a quick discovery activity, and I'd like you to read through these steps, use this coordinate grid, and then come back and check. You won't learn from just copying, so come back and check to see that you did it correctly. So here are, the red triangle is yum, the pre-image, and then the blue triangle is the post-image or the image. So I wanted to show you, if you use patty paper and you actually trace this, you can rotate it, okay? And then, since you rotated the x and y axis, you can slide it over, and you can see pretty clearly how your points line up when you rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. And if you compare, what you can see is pretty much, it's not as apparent in y, but if you look at the u coordinates, you can see that the 2 coordinates flip-flop position, and the one on the left becomes negative. So your coordinates are going to flip-flop, because you wear flip-flops in 90-degree weather, and the one on the left, because it was counterclockwise, the one on the left changes sign. So change the coordinate on the left side. Coordinate. What is wrong with my spelling today? Okay, so how do we write that? Well, we're going to flip-flop. So the y is going to come first, and then the x, and then because it's counterclockwise, the y is going to change sign. Okay? So that's a 90-degree counterclockwise turn. So now let's try a 180. Again, go ahead and read through the steps, work it out, and then we'll talk about it in a couple minutes. Okay, so hopefully I can get this to work again. But if you took your patty paper and you took this image now, there we go. And we're going to rotate it around 180 degrees, right? So 180 degrees is rotating it once and then twice, okay? And then you're going to slide it down so it, so it fits out of here. But anyway, you would notice that if you slid it down, if you're rotating it, the first would bring it here and the second would bring it here. And so your new coordinates, let's just go ahead and compare those because I can't get that feature to work. If you notice, what happens to your coordinates? Do they flip-flop position? No, they stay in the same position. But what happens is you just change the sign. So you change the sign of both coordinates. So the hard part here is going to be remembering what to do. All right, so this becomes -x, -y, and that's how we'd write the rule for a 180-degree rotation. All right, here's some rules and some words describing what we just did. So think back, when we rotated 90 degrees, we turned our figure, we went from this quadrant, 1 quadrant over, and when we did a 180-degree turn, we went twice. The first turn was a 90-degree counterclockwise, and then the second turn brought us into the second quadrant. So when we're filling this in, we're going to say, when we rotate a figure 90 degrees, clockwise or counterclockwise, we move 1 quadrant, and when we move a figure 180 degrees, we go 2 quadrants. So let's try some practice. Let's go ahead and graph these 3, and then we'll go back and we'll talk about it in a minute. So pause the video, work them out. I didn't draw the pictures for you. Hopefully you can see your pre-image and image, and it should look like a 90-degree counterclockwise turn. Well, car started out here, so it's going to be going from here over here. Okay, and what you should notice is that it's a 90-degree counterclockwise, so you flip-flop the coordinates. So if it was originally 3, 1, it's going to go to 1, 3, and then you change the sign on the left because counterclockwise turns to the left, so you're going to change this sign down here. And so you should have gotten those coordinates for your new image. All right, over here in the second example, we haven't done one of these yet, but I wanted to see if you could figure out that a 90-degree clockwise turn. So this image is originally in this quadrant here, and it's going clockwise, so it's going to be turning this way. And you should have noticed that all of your coordinates became positive because for a 90 degrees clockwise turn, you're going to flip-flop the coordinates. So that's why the 5 comes first. And then change the sign on the right. So this was originally -1, it becomes +1. This was originally -4, but I'm changing the sign to positive. And this was originally -3, but I'm going to change it to positive because it's a clockwise turn. And then lastly, this is 180 degree about the origin. Well, this you do not flip-flop the coordinates. The coordinates stay in exactly the same position, but what you should notice is that you change the sign of both. So this original image was probably somewhere in this area here, and then when you did a 180-degree rotation, it went 2 quadrants, so it came somewhere down here, is what your image should look like. Okay? So that is rotations. To practice this, you're going to complete the homework that is in the packet, and then you are also going to do IXL L5 from yesterday, practicing reflections, and then you have to do L8 for today to practice rotations. Okay, good luck.